he is a menace to society and he might kill somebody.
Well, based on his criminal history, he's eligible for a bond.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know if something happens, that comes back because he is crazy and he might set my house on fire. But that's fine. You guys do whatever you feel like that is the best option. But I'm telling you, that's how scared I am.
All right. On 243397, the people versus Justin Jacobs. Can I get appearances?
John and Phil on behalf of the people, PA 7439.
Morning, James Kazicki on behalf of Mr. Jacobs.
So there was a plea, before we get to the bond violation or potential bond violation, there was a pre-trial that was held today. Is this going to try a bench trial?
Yes, it is. Your Honor, he's waiving his right to jury trial.
The people did make an offer of domestic violence under 769 with mental health care, as well as anger management and alcohol and substance assessment and treatment as needed. That offer will remain open until the date of the bench trial or the week before the jury is summoned.
And Mr. Jacobs, you had a chance to discuss that plea agreement with your attorney, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you do not want to take that agreement, is that correct?
What? I want to get out on my personal bond.
I'm trying to talk to you about, sir, listen to the question, answer the question. You understand? So the prosecutor made an offer in this case, and you had a chance to discuss that with your lawyer, right?
Yes.
That you could plead guilty to domestic violence under 7694A, which is a deferred status for a period of 12 months probation. That was the offer. Did you understand the offer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you don't, is it correct that you do not want to take that offer?
Yes.
All right. And your attorneys indicated you want a bench trial. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you understand you have a right to a trial by jury. Are you electing to be tried by a judge?
Yes.
All right. And you understand the laws of the state and that you have a constitutional right to that jury trial?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to accept that. All right. We also have the complaining witness here. So we'll set a bench trial date, and I'm going to try and get a bench trial date on a Friday. All right. We'll have a bench trial Tuesday, February 4th at 1:30 p.m. Everyone's to appear in person on that date at the court. All right. So we reviewed the transcript for this. Mr. Jacobs was advised not to go near the victims, not to go to where the victim lives or works. But I did grant him one time, and generally it's on the form. But I did not read it into the record that he would have to have a police assist. So he's going to the residence. I know the complainants are here. They're concerned for their safety. Mr. Jacobs, if you make bond, where are you going?
He said he could call within 24 hours with an address. He has to check with a few friends.
All right, so he's gonna check with some people. You can't go anywhere near them. You understand that? You can't, you're Kayla Jacobs, you can't go to that residence. You understand me?
Am I allowed to call the house for my personal belongings? I was told by my judge to call the police.
With a police officer. So, Ms. Jacobs,
Okay.
He's allowed to go to the residence one time to get any belongings he has, but he has to go with a police officer.
Yes, that's completely fine. But he has to make bond to get out, right?
Well, I have to convert his bond now.
Because he doesn't have anywhere to go and he doesn't have friends and he doesn't have a shelter. Like, I'm concerned about him. I know he's going to tell you guys that he has this and that he has nothing. And I love my brother, but he has nowhere to go.
Ms. Jacobs, this is the conundrum that the criminal justice system finds itself in when we're dealing with people who don't have homes or suffer from mental illness or whatever else the case might be. I cannot, as a judge, keep somebody in custody because they don't have someplace to go. I'm not allowed
I don't
to do
expect you to keep him in custody. I expect somebody to address that he is a menace to society and he might kill somebody.
Well, based on his criminal history, he's eligible for a bond.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know if something happens, that comes back because he is crazy and he might set my house on fire. But that's fine. You guys do whatever you feel like that is the best option. But I'm telling you, that's how scared I am. That you guys can release him, that's fine. You're going to release him, but it's just going to be the same process of him coming here and doing the same thing. He doesn't understand. He needs mental help severely. And my mom has been fighting the system for 10 years. He has a record of in New Mexico of domestic violence.
Oh, I know.
Yes, you do, Justin. I love you, but yes, you do.
My
Fuck
fault,
you.
We're
please, my
in court.
personal.
We are in
My
court.
fault.
Jacob, quiet.
What? Oh.
No talking,
We approach.
please.
No.
All right, we had a brief bench conference, and I am going to convert to a personal bond, but he will have to have a GPS tether, and you're not to go anywhere near that residence. Sir, you're also going to have a curfew
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
from 6 AM to 9 PM.
To the address?
What's that?
Curfew for the address I'll change?
No, you're going to have a curfew, so you have a GPS tether, and then you also have a curfew on that tether. So
Okay.
whatever address you're staying at from 6 to 9.
Okay.
Do you have to
Okay.
contact the address?
What's that?
Should he contact the court with the new address?
When you have the new address, you need to contact court
Taylor
All right.
Court,
within 24 hours.
Taylor Court, not Wayne County.
All right, thank God.
Thank you, we're all set.